And then the row of houses there where Rini lives, right?
Yeah.
And as you go further down, there's newer developments, isn't there?
Yeah.
But as you go
flats.
As you go into town on the other side.
Well, that's Fountains Road, a continuation from Walton Road.
Right. Okay. So as you go into town on the other side,
yeah.
opposite where Rini lived.
Yeah.
You've got Stanley Park on your left.
Yeah, and after Stanley Park.
And after Stanley, there's a set of lights.
Yeah.
And there's a church on your right there.
Yeah.
So it's more or less that mural is more or less, it's not opposite the church, but it's a bit further down, but it's on the other side. It's on the Stanley Park side, on the side of a house.
So it must be in Sleepers Hill?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah, because Sleepers Hill leads up to Anfield.
So who's the Holy Trinity? Goodison?
What, not Sleepers Hill, that's Anfield Road. The Holy Trinity was Colin Harvey,
yeah.
Howard Kendall,
yeah.
and Alan Ball.
And Alan Ball.
Mm. They were all midfield players.
Right.
Hence, Holy Trinity, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. When did the Everton song come along? Z-Cars?
In the 60s.
Everton haven't used that since the 60s, have they?
Yeah.
Have they?
Z-Cars, yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And they use it now.
I know they use it now.
But they had a break 30 years ago. And we got a new manager. Mike Walker.
Did he change the song?
Yeah.
This is why I thought he's never had it.
He changed the song, right?
Yeah.
If you were going to change a song like that,
yeah.
I mean, it's a 60s song. You wouldn't even get up and do a slowie to that song, you know what I mean?
No.
If you were blathered in a church club, right? But the song he picked was Bad Moon Rising.
What?
Bad Moon Rising.
And they came out to playing that?
Yeah, Creedence Clearwater.
Clearwater, yeah, I remember that song.
And when he was there, he came from Norwich.
Yeah.
His lad played for Tottenham in goal. He came from Norwich, Mike Walker. And he changed the song, Bad Moon Rising. And it just threw a damper on it. When they come out, the players. Fancy coming out to that?
Must have been his favourite song, wasn't it? No consultation with the fans?
I don't know what happened, but he just brought it out.
So when he left, they bring it back?
Well, he got sacked, didn't he? He hadn't won a game for ages. As soon as he won a game, I think they beat Man City 1-0, they sacked him in the morning. So, thank God for that. And then he changed the song back.
Ah, right.
Yeah, Z-Cars. But you still hear it now.
Yeah, I know.
It's synonymous with Everton.
I know it is, yeah. I know, you hear a lot on people's ring
yeah, yeah. Well, you know that Everton means something.
Kim had it on his.
Did she?
Kim used to play it in her house. Play the song.
Like that Bad Moon Rising. I mean, it's a good song, but it's in the wrong setting. With 40,000 people listening to that.
Bad Moon Rising. Weird song in it for the club to come out to.
Yeah.
Z-Cars was well better, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was in 1994. And they got rid of that. But they were struggling then. Because when they got rid of him, in the same year, the last game of the season, we had to win against Wimbledon. And we were getting beat 2-0. Just like 2 years ago against Crystal Palace. We were getting beat 2-0. We're going here.
Oh, it was one of them moments.
Yeah, we're going here. And next minute, Graham Stewart scored. He's still there at the club. He's an ambassador at the club.
Graham Stewart.
He's a Cockney. He calls everyone a diamond geezer. Yeah, you see him on the telly now and again. He's good for the job.
Yeah.
Because his heart and soul's in Everton.
Yeah.
He's the ambassador.
So he saved us?
What?
Kept us up?
No, he scored the first goal for Everton. So that made it 2-1.
Yeah.
Fashion, who played for Wimbledon and all that. You know, Vinnie Jones.
Justin Fashion.
No, his brother.
I've heard of Justin.
John.
Justin. Yeah, John Fashion, yeah.
Well, Justin's passed away, hasn't he?
Has he passed away now? Yeah. No, that. So go on, carry on.
So then we're 2-1 down. And then the most unlikeliest of scorers got the ball about 25 yards out. No one tackled him. It was like the Sea of Galilee opened up and he run through it and let fly and scored.
Who?
Barry Horn.
Barry Horn? Never heard of him.
Welshman. He scored.
And he kept his up?
No. He equalised.
Right.
So we needed a winner.
Right.
I'm just trying to think. Barry Horn scored. And then, they scored. Anders Limpar, the Swedish player
I've heard that name, yeah.
From Arsenal.
Yeah.
He gave a penalty away.
All right.
So that was their first goal. And he was distraught. Because the place was packed. And
you at that match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was swallowing tablets and had a hip flask with whiskey and everything. And I didn't even want to eat me ham and cheese butty and nothing. And I couldn't smoke me cigar while I had. I was just there, mesmerised at it. Like that.
Looking at it was all over.
And anyway, what happened was they got a penalty, Anders Limpar gave a penalty away. He was a winger. And right near the end of the game, he'd run in the box and a fella tripped him. Got a penalty, Graham Stewart. It rolled under the goalie. That must have been his nerves, because normally he was like spot on with it. But he's the ambassador of Everton now. But he's with another ex-player. Snodden, Ian Snodden.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's Everton through and through. Yeah. He's a Doncaster lad then.
Yeah.
We bought him, I think, from either Doncaster, Bradford or Leeds. And I think it was Bradford. But I'm not sure. One of them. But he's here. He's been here 30 odd years. But he was a good player.
Was he?
So was Stewart. Yeah. The game's not the same now. There's more athletes in the game now. No can run all day. Yeah. No all these stats.
Can run all day but can't play football.
Can't play footy. Headless chickens, I call them. Loads of them. I remember years ago, Ron Atkinson, I think they drew with someone when he was Man United's manager. And I'm not sure if he was Man U's manager or Coventry. Because he was, Andy Gray was his assistant. And anyway, he come in, for the post-match interview. And he said, before you start, I don't care about your stats. You can shove them where the sun don't shine. Right. He said, look at the score.
Yeah.
And they were going on about the stat. They go on about it now.
Yeah, I know.
And he put it up on the screen and show you it. And you go, this team's had 70% of the game. Now that's bad. Really bad. For the opposition. You've only had 30%. And you've had 70% of the game. And then they go, they had so many shots done there, so many quarters. And then you go, and by the way, what is the score? Well, the team who's got 70% and all them stats are getting beat 3-1.
I know,
That's the end of it.
So do you think the stats are good for anything?
Good for anything. It's a way of keeping tabs on whether your players are lazy. Yeah. How many tackles they throw in.
Yeah, because it tells them. It tells them how much of the piss they've covered and stuff like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they've done that for years. Bobby Charlton, when he was playing, he used to cover 7 and 8 kilometres. And I'm talking, it wasn't on like snooker table pitches like now. Yeah. That was in snowy weather and everything.
And mud.
And that was sun going that. I don't believe that half of these players.
Well, how did they know? If there was no stats, that Charlton covered that many kilometres.
They were doing it. Then they started doing it.
Stats.
Yeah. Not on this scale.
Not like these, yeah.
I mean, when you go out now, it says such and such a team. They're expected, XG, they're expected to score so many goals. And because they played this tactic.
I always think it's on the day for the game of footy. Anything
every
game
of footy, every game is on the day.
Everything, yeah.
It's like, if you're up for it, you're up for it.
Yeah.
If you're not.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing about football. It's all about confidence. I'll give you the classic example now. That Jake O'Brien, who plays for Everton.
Yeah.
He's playing right back.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche wouldn't play him. Bought him for nearly 18 million quid. Wouldn't play him. David Moyes comes in. O'Brien's in the team. Up to now, O'Brien scored twice. He's a right back. And for the side...
Why wouldn't he play?
I don't know. And